All right, everybody. So I, Pete Wyden, your host at the Epic Ecopreneur, am doing Friday reviews, and you can send me your website and/or social media profiles via comment or Facebook or other personal message, and I will review one, maybe two people's websites slash social media profiles, pages, groups, whatever you're looking to get some feedback on as far as how you're showing up online and how it's helping people, the people that you want to serve, to connect with you and to what you do. So, full disclosure, I just did a 25-minute video going through exactly this page. Sean Stanton and Matt Powers do the Permaculture Education Center, Regenerative Entrepreneur Institute. They do some awesome work. They were the first people to send me their link, so congrats, guys. And I also will be looking at this page. I already did this review, and it just didn't record the sound, so I'm doing it over again. And I don't think it'll be quite as long because I've already looked at your stuff now, but normally I won't actually look at these at all before I set eyes on them on the recording, because I want to be looking at this from the standpoint of somebody who's maybe seen one of your posts or perhaps a social media ad. Maybe they've talked to you somehow via messenger, in person, etc., and they're looking at your stuff for the first time. So here we're starting out on the Facebook page for Regenerative Entrepreneur, and the first thing I noticed is I do really like this banner. I think this is great. This definitely comes through in the branding on here as well, as far as the copy, or what we call the copy, the wording and communication, how that showed up. Obviously this is cut off here, at least on my desktop view on a MacBook Pro. But so we look at this, and the first thing I saw is the watch video. It stands out here because it's blue. If you wanted it to stand out even more, I was saying that you could have this be yellow or another complementary color, some down here, or even have something in the image that calls the eye over this direction if you want people to be watching this video. What I noticed about this video is that it gets people really inspired. It's looks fairly professional. I appreciate that Sean has his overalls on. That's very much on brand. I know Matt's often wearing his overalls. This is about people who are out on the land and connecting with community, doing things. I mean, not necessarily just on the land, right? Because you're talking to a lot of online course creators as well. But what I notice here is that, this is impressive. 70 experts, 150 plus hours of video, over 600 students. I think the 600 students thing is really important because that does lend credibility. A lot of people have gone through the program. The thing that I see here is the 150 plus hours of video. And to me, that just sounds overwhelming, mainly because I don't know necessarily what exactly that video training is on and what it's going to get me. Yes, I'm ready for an abundant future. I could use, if let's say I'm hypothetically a potential customer. Yes, I could, use a great living doing what I love to do. I would love to see the earth be healed. The main thing is that, do I want to spend 150 plus hours going through videos? Absolutely not. I want results. I want to create change now. And this is getting people really inspired for an abundant future, but it doesn't really talk much about, if at all, about what's included in here. And at the end, you've got join our course. Obviously that's how you help people the most, right? Is when they join your course. That's how you deliver your service, your goods. But the thing is that, is it easier for somebody to join the course, or is it the best next step for them to perhaps sign up for a free resource or a free video series? And not just any free resource or free video series, for example, but what I'm talking about is offering value in some unique and creative way that is really in tune with your personal brand, your personal perspective, that's going to help people get more familiar with you, and so that they may eventually buy this. Happens to be a $397 course, that they may eventually buy that, knowing that it is exactly what they're looking for. So, do I want an abundant future? Yes. Am I going to join the course just because of that? That's totally up in the air, right? So I think I'm going to use marketing lingo here. Your conversions would definitely increase if you are nurturing people along more by offering them some value before you're asking them to join your course. So that was the main thing here. Other than that, I see there's one post per month here. I'm not a proponent of, having to post every day, but I do see very much a value in looking at where your ideal customer is, the person who's going to get the most out of this course series that you're offering, which seems to be the main thing that's offered from this page, at least, to me. And looking at where they're starting out, what are they dealing with right now, and where do you want to help them get to, and creating a more of a story arc and continuity in your posts that you're really leading people through of like this valuable sequence of information that is very much congruent with exactly what you offer in the course. And you know, what I really see here is that you're kind of preaching to the choir. This is cool, and this, it shows who you are. It's your voice, right? But your voice could be even more effectively applied by really tapping into what people are, helping people get small wins, helping them ask themselves the right questions that help them get more clarity on how to move forward or what they even are looking for, and how you, Sean and Matt, have some of the tools that can help people with this, because this is all kind of jargony to me. This isn't bringing me in deeper to this is how I can actually affect this change and apply something from the free content that you're giving in my life, so that as I get some results from the free content, I see more and more how valuable your paid content is in the course. So over here, I noticed that we're on the Permaculture Education Center website now. I'm jumping over quickly. I think this is just, it's a little funny to me. Like, I can't see this whole diagram at once, and I think it's really going to be most powerful for people to be able to see that all at once. I think, for perhaps maybe a banner like this, I don't even know if you really need this kind of moving banner thing. I don't really feel like it's necessary. I think that this is a necessary part of your branding, right? It's a necessary part of what you're bringing people together around, and what you're emphasizing, and what you're rooted in. But it's not really, and this is also misspelled, by the way, NAN. I'm just being, honest here. Constructive criticism. I absolutely love what you guys do, and this is why I'm helping. So the main thing is that there's a lot of words here, and it's like I'm kind of like trudging through it. Honestly, I feel like video might be a better way to go for you guys. Like, Sean and Matt, you're both you're just like photogenic permaculture dudes. I just freaking love seeing you guys on the video, and I would really enjoy that, because when I get over here on the educators, since I've already looked at this website, I see your pictures. And I love that. The thing is that these pictures could be smaller and just on the left, and the text be on the right. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. It'll get mad. Yeah. And this could be easier to just read all at once, rather than people having to scroll past a big picture and they might not even see the rest of this stuff. But what we're looking at here, it doesn't have to be a whole big block of text, right? Because I personally am not going to read that. Do I want to find out more? Okay, let's say I find out more. About us. And so what I saw was that the about us, this is about kind of your mission overall, and then the educators is about you two educators. The thing here is that your about us and the educators are really very similar. I mean, this is basically an about us page as well. So I think you should just combine these to simplify your tabs. And then also what I saw with the courses piece here is you've got these great courses. I know that people really enjoy these courses quite a bit. The thing is that I just get overwhelmed. This is very overstimulating to me, and I see some duplication. We've got permaculture gardening, so it's like, why exactly do we need those on there twice? Yeah, I think it's good to allow people to sign up right now. We don't have to necessarily put another opt-in, but so for anyone who's not familiar, an opt-in is something where you might say, Leave your email here for a free worksheet or video or something. So I'm going here to the sign up now page. This is what I was looking at before. Okay, so 59 pages. So I didn't see this before, 59 pages. So this was confusing to me now because I thought this was some kind of like online course, but it looks like this might be maybe an ebook. It's not clear exactly what I'm getting, and that's really important. Okay, so that people can pay if they want this. That's really important to see, like, what is the collateral, what is the material I'm getting. I actually just saw this on my first run through this website. I didn't actually realize that this was over here. So one, the visual hierarchies kind of not, it's not leading my eye over there at first. Because I don't even know if I want this necessarily before I've maybe checked some more of this out, or maybe checked out a sales video. Sales video landing pages are convert much more highly because people can connect with you. A lot of people aren't going to read through all this stuff, but what I did notice is that, am I looking to start a regenerative business? Let's say yes. Crowdfunding campaign, yes. So if I meet those two things, maybe I'm trying to start like an elderberry juice company, but I look down here at the learn how to. Oh, I don't want to design online courses and classes, and I'm not going to be doing webinars for my juice. I mean, maybe I would, but like the main thing is that this is geared toward online course creators and instructors. And then this up here is speaking to a broader audience. So this could really be tightened up as far as how you're speaking to your people, and also is alignment the wording that your ideal clients are using. I mean, a lot of regenerative minded people are more spiritual, but do I wake up in the morning looking for alignment, or am I looking for um, to create a full-time income doing what I love to do while regenerating the earth? you know? So do I want alignment? Maybe, but is that ultimately why I want alignment? No. And so those ultimate bottom of the well, settling out the pebbles at the bottom of the well things, you guys have had a lot of people enroll in this, so you know why people, I mean, if you don't know exactly why people are joining this, if you haven't asked them verbally or in written form for their answers of why they joined this course, that's going to help a lot to tighten this up. Because yes, you've had 600 or so people join, but I think a lot more people probably would if this was all tightened up. And this is something I go over with my one-to-one clients, and also in the Focus Growth group program. This is just one part of the focus growth framework, from roots, shoots, flowers to fruits of your business. This is the flowers component, where this is your marketing, how you show up online and on social media. So this is something that I love doing deeper dives with people on, working together in my programs. But this is something that I'm really passionate about, because you guys are offering a really, really wonderful, I really believe that this gets people results, because you have a lot of people joining. And the thing is that there's some aspects to, like, is this, okay, this is a book. I thought it was like a video course. I really did at first. And there's some things that aren't quite clear. And also let's call it your client avatar, your customer avatar, could be honed in even better here, so that you can help more people help themselves, and they can also help you continue to make more resources by that increased income. Okay, so like I said, there's just a lot going on here. I think this could be simplified. You could even have, I mean, I think these are fine. You could just have the other courses in very similar tabs, such as that. I think an even better way to do it would just be to have them be small boxes with these just these images, and then maybe like a 6-word piece for each of these to say like what it is and who it's for, rather than having all of this, because it's just like a lot to look through. And I'm not really sure why this is $500 off. I don't know if it wasn't selling or what, but that, to me, that says, like, is this really worth it? It makes me question, and I think other people, it's probably on a subconscious level. I'm thinking about these things consciously because I'm a professional marketing expert, but $500 off, it's like, is this actually like helpful? Is it not selling? What's going on here? I'm curious why that is. It doesn't even necessarily say why, and often I recommend we all go for adding value versus discounting to make more sales. So, and then the REI here, I think this is really cool with the moving fairy floaty dust. This is hard to read, this black here, and also this, I know like this makes it really legible, but I think you could honestly do like a green outline on the letters rather than highlighted, and you know, you can do that in InDesign or Illustrator, other things. If you don't have access to those, I'm sure you could figure out a way to just make a green outline around the letters. This just looks a little clunky to me because this is such an elegant image, but then it's like box, box. And the thing is that yes, contrast helps the eye visually, but ultimately we're going for look at this kind of more ethereal, organic, beautiful, elegant look. And I think that could go a long way to bringing that through. Obviously this is cut off. I don't know what this looks like on a phone. I'll probably will do future reviews on phones sometimes just to see what that looks like on various websites. Financial resiliency in our own lives. So, I mean, the thing is that, yes, I know what financial resiliency means, but do I have my lunch break at my full-time job that I'm not passionate about, thinking about, I wish I had financial resiliency? Well, I might because I have a full-time job, but ultimately, maybe I'm looking to create financial freedom, right? I think resiliency is cool, but what is it really that I'm looking for? I'm looking for the freedom that resilience might bring me, the peace of mind. Ultimately, it's kind of a jargony term, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because we want to be using language that our customers are going to be using. And granted, some of your customers may use this, but I guarantee a lot more are using some more simple, everyday language to describe where they're at and then how you're going to help them get there, right? So, built-in affiliate program. I'm curious if this actually is creating real income for people. Not that I doubt the value of what you're offering, but the thing is like, is that something someone's really going to count on to create financial freedom in their life? I'm guessing it's probably not going to add up to enough to really support somebody or make up a majority of their income. So the thing is that adaptive marketing techniques and strategies to put into action. And by no means am I saying that Sean and Matt aren't good at marketing by, tearing apart the website. This is like, you guys, I don't know if you really understand. I'm not just speaking to Matt and Sean, like the depth of study and expertise that I have on this. So not even saying that I have more than other people, but at the same time, I've got a fresh set of eyes, right? Because when we're in our own business, it's not necessarily easy to see it from a bird's eye perspective, that eagle eye perspective that I'm coming into this particular website with. So I just want to put that out there. Yes, accountability is awesome. Disruption, yeah, disruption's cool, but ultimately, I think disruption is great. Creating this new regenerative economy is great, but at the end of the day, we have a family that we want to support and everything. So I think playing more to that might get you more people interested in the actual day-to-day applied benefits that people are getting in their experience on a daily basis, and that can include being a leader in the regenerative economy. But how this language comes through is really important. It's surprisingly important in terms of how many people click this sign up button. So I won't get too much into this right here. The thing for me is that, I know that the permaculture community likes to, we like to help each other out and not charge a ton or whatever. But the thing is that like how valuable is my perception of something that's $20 a month? Me personally, I've personally spent thousands and thousands of dollars on mentors and coaches. I'm not necessarily recommend everybody doing that, but it's gotten me to where I am. And in doing so, I see things that are $20 a month as I don't know how much value that would personally bring me. It might bring somebody else some value. The peer-to-peer discussion, business lifestyle, peer-reviewed content and training. What is that? Like, I would like to see a little bit more detail. Sign up. this is just like a little vague, and there might be some more information beyond this sign up piece, but I'd like to see some more info about what I'm really getting out of this before I even sign up, even if that's free to put in my email there. Paid affiliate membership. I just don't really personally think that that's going to be selling a lot of people. It's definitely not necessarily teaching someone to fish, right? Versus um, giving them those real business skills that I think you're wanting to focus more on. That's where the real value of this is. And I think as that value communications improved, you could also increase this. And I'm not telling anyone to be charging an arm and a leg and to rip people off, because we're offering real value, right? But if this is priced at a different price, you can offer more value, and also the perception of value goes up as well. So something to consider. And I'm just gonna stop right there for today. So let me know, leave me a comment, send me a message, what you all are getting out of this review. Also let me know, leave a link to your website and or personal social media. I mean business social media profiles, pages, groups, so I can review them just like I did here. Remember, I am giving you constructive criticism. This is going to help you in your business. It helps me understand you and where you're at with your business's presence online, and how well your service and marketing, how well your brand voice is really defined, because this is all really important stuff so that we're all successful and we can create the world we dream of. I look forward to doing more reviews in future Fridays. And let me know if you're interested in the Focus Growth Group program, where we go through this as just part of the Focus Growth framework. This is the flowers, not this icon, but this website, social media stuff is where we talk about your marketing and how your vision and mission come through your service or product that you're offering, and how your marketing is deeply congruent with that, and you're inspired to be more and more clear and concise and powerful in your messaging on a daily basis. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for hanging out. Peace.